Assalamu alaikum class, and welcome back to second part of our lecture, which is cognitive learning and hemisphere lateralization and the outcomes of consumer learning. So based on the Schiffman, we will be discussing this lecture based on the book that you have been recommended for this particular course. In the previous lecture, we explored the behavioral approaches in consumer learning, including the classical conditioning, instrumental conditioning, and observational learning. While these approaches explain many aspects of consumer behavior, they didn't fully explain how the consumers actively process the information, solves the problem, and make the decisions. To understand these higher level mental processes, the Schiffman introduces the concept of cognitive learning. Cognitive learning basically focuses on the mental activities involved in acquiring knowledge, solving the problems, unlike the behavioral theories that emphasizes on observable responses. The cognitive learning recognizes that the consumers are the active participants who think, analyze, and interpret, and also evaluate the information before making any kind of decision. And according to the Schiffman, the consumers are not simply you can say passive recipients of marketing messages. They actively possess information and create the meaning from their experiences. The cognitive learning occurs when the consumers gain knowledge through reasoning, understanding, through memory, and their insights. The consumers consider basically planning to purchase any new laptop instead of relying solely on the advertisements, rewards, and the consumer companies, you can say, specifications. They read reviews, they evaluate the alternatives, and they assess the personal needs. Through this process, learning occurs as the consumer acquires the knowledge and they develops the understanding. One of the most important aspect of cognitive learning is information processing. The information processing refers to the way the consumers receive, interpret, store, and retrieve the information. The consumers are exposed to thousands of marketing messages daily, but only a small portion that receives attention and becomes the part of, you can say, memory. The information processing model generally involves exposure, attention, interpretation, storage, and retrieval. Exposure occurs when the consumers come into you can say contact with marketing stimuli. Attention refers to the allocation of mental resources to selected information. Interpretation involves assigned meaning to the information. Storage places information into the memory, and while the retrieval allows the consumers to recall the stored information when needed. So the memory plays a central role in cognitive learning. The consumer memory consists, or you can say, of all the information and experiences stored in the mind. The marketers strive to create memorable brand experiences because of the strong memories, which increases the likelihood of future purchases. So the Schiffman basically explains that the memory is often divided into the short-term memory and the long-term memory. Short-term memory temporarily holds information for a very short period of time. On the other hand, long-term memory stores the information for the extended periods. When the consumers repeatedly encounter information or connect it with the meaningful experiments, the information is more likely to move into long-term memory. This is why The brands are using their repetitions, storytelling, and emotional appeals and memorable slogans uh, in their advertisements. Another important concept is in the cognitive learning is involvement. Highly involved consumer invest greater effort in gathering the information and evaluating the alternatives. For example, the purchase such as automobiles, such as you can say homes, uh, or university education, consumers typically engage in extensive cognitive learning process. In contrast, the low involvement purchases require less mental processes. Purchases such as toothpaste or you can say any snack doesn't require a lot of thinking and cognitive activities. So uh, this was a concept to be delivered here, and then comes the concept of hemisphere lateralization, which refers to the specialization of functions between the left and right hemisphere of the brain. According to the Schiffman, the left hemisphere is generally associated with logical thinking, logical analytical processing, language, mathematics, and sequential reasoning. It processes the information uh, in a more structured and rational manner. And the right hemisphere is associated with creativity, intuition, imagination, emotion, visual imaginary, and holistic thinking. It possesses the information more intuitively and emotionally, although the both hemispheres work together in understanding the functions that help the marketers to design and define the effective communications. Some advertisements are appealing primarily to the logical thinking by presenting the facts that the product specializes in, the technical information, and the price comparisons. These appeals engage to the left hemisphere, and for example, the laptop advertisements highlighting the processor speed, memory, capacity, battery, performance, and technical specializations targets the analytical processing. Other advertisements basically focuses on the experiences, imagery. So the luxury brands often use beautiful visuals, uh, emotional storytelling, and symbolic meanings to engage the left hemisphere. So this was a concept to be discussed in this part, and in our next lectures we will be discussing more and more about it. But this was all for our today's lecture on consumer behavior. Take good care of yourself and revise all these concepts, and we will be back with other concepts related to the hemisphere and lateralization in our next lecture. Till then, take good care of yourself and Allah Hafiz.